Well, welcome back to episode number 400 of ARK is Broken. Today we're going to be talking about everything that's been going on because, of course, you know, the Astraeos Mega update came out last night, and actually this, for me personally, this update is really good. I'm talking about the map itself, I'm talking about the new content, and for a free Mega update, I actually thought this was seriously cool, and I wanted to give a lot of credit to Nakatas for working on this, so big shout out to you. But, of course, there has been some issues. There was also a statement from Nakatas himself. We're going to be reading through everything, and I know a lot of servers literally had their entire server wiped, and Wildcard had to do a server-wide rollback. Pretty much every server was affected by a rollback. Luckily, us on the LoadedCrysis cluster, we didn't get affected by the wipe, which was so terrifying, I can't even tell you. But I guess that sometimes the feeling when you're playing ARK is, you know, things can go wrong. But overall, I want to say this is a very good map, and well, Pyranthos is amazing. Now, if you want to grab yourself an Astraeos server, you can do so. The link is down below to that, and you can grab yourself a Astraeos Mega update server today. Or if you want to come and join us over on the LoadedCrysis cluster, all you have to do is join our Discord. The link is down below. We're having lots of fun with the update, and I think now since Wildcard have fixed some things, things have been a lot smoother. So let's get into the first thing, and that is from Nakatas. So Nakatas posted out saying, "Rough release, as always. Thanks for mostly staying kind and respectful. That makes such releases much more relaxed for me and the moderators. Overall, the map release itself wasn't a big mess. The crashes didn't actually come from the map. There are some bugs on the map too, but nothing game-breaking so far. Wildcard is investigating those deeper issues and crashes, of course, and they say, he said, I'm working on fixes and hoping to bring them to you soon. Please keep reporting in bugs and issues. Don't wonder if I just delete some, then they are doubled already fixed on my end. To the people that had bases in front of the brute cave, I know some of your stuff, your base stuff got deleted with the update. That was not intended. I did some changes around this cave, but destroying people's bases, which are not in the mesh, was not my goal. I'm sorry for that. Overall, I hope you guys enjoy the Astraeos expansion." So, as always, you guys know, every single time I do a video talking about an upcoming map, talking about anything ARK related, especially if there's an expansion to a map, but, you know, Astraeos is the first map since Ragnarok back on ARK Survival Evolved that had an expansion added to it. I'm always warning people with massive caution. With these people that had their bases deleted in front of the brute cave, that is something that, you know, you just can't predict, you know, and, you know, I personally, I think we should always show love towards Nakatas. I think he is a crazy, amazing part of the community, and I think we're very lucky to have him. Whilst, you know, we're all human, mistakes can be made, and I know I feel bad for people that did lose their bases there, and I think that's something that, you know, Nakatas is going to learn from next time. But we see he's doing a lot more with Wildcard, and also this actually kind of came on time, which was, so yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a mess, I'm going to be honest, in the sense of not the map itself was great, but the actual release was very buggy in this, and mainly just glitchy, crashes, rollbacks, all of the stuff that, to be honest, I will be, as I always am, this stuff shouldn't really be happening still in 2026 for ARK. So, there is kind of a point sometimes, and I know a lot of you guys are going to hate me for saying this, but there is kind of a point where I feel bad for Wildcard, and I know I shouldn't, right? Because, again, like I said on the part before, I said, you know, it's 2026 and we're still having the same issues that we've been having for years, and it tends to be server-side updates. The only reason I say I feel bad for them, right, is the backlash. You know, it must not be easy, especially if you just work for the company and you don't do anything regarding, you know, servers or stuff, and then you have to deal with the backlash. Like, it can't be fun. But server update, we're aware of the wipe issue, which this was the biggest wipe. I mean, I can't remember the last time there was something like this. Oh, I shouldn't be laughing because this is, but like, it's the fact that I'm more laughing out of kind of like shock because they said, oh, don't worry, it's going to say day 1 on your server. That's fine. It's meant to be saying that, but you know, your map's not gone. And then as soon as the update launched, everyone was like, server 6009999 has wiped, you know, like that kind of thing. They said, we will be restoring any affected servers where the save data has been wiped or corrupted. The team is actively working on this issue, and we will provide an update as soon as possible. Thanks for your patience again and again. They even know it themselves. And then they said, we expect to have a fix for the crashing and save corruption issue within the next 1.5 hours. Thanks for your patience, survivors. We love you 3000. Server update. The fix is rolling out now. Corrupt saves on impact servers are being rolled back and restored, and will continue monitoring as servers come back online to ensure stability. Thank you for your patience, survivors, to the moon and back. Zavala is letting out her love because she's probably sitting there like, I am just so done. And then she said, our automated rollback has completed and should be restored. The majority of impacted servers, a smaller number of servers will require manual intervention, and we're working through those one by one. This process takes a bit of time, but progress is ongoing. And an Astraeos reminder, you will not be able to rely on the day counter to confirm restoration, as it may display a lower number due to changes in the update. Please log in and check to confirm whether the rollback is completed and successfully on your server. Also, on top of this, if you are running a server, you must untick and deactivate item dupe check. That has been causing the unofficial servers, and I'm sure on wildcard side, that has been causing servers to actually be the crap. Like, that was part of the reason why they were crashing and rolling back. We just applied the changes to our servers on the LoadedCrysis cluster to ensure that it doesn't affect any other servers. They say fix for a crash when opening, crafting, or trying to craft some items. The whole point of the game on Steam. Fix the crash. This includes the fix for servers. Corrupted saves on impacted servers are rolled back and restored. And then literally just about 50 minutes ago, or 45 minutes ago, updated image and description for Estrellas in the host menu. Fixed various issues in single player using Cosmo, Oasis, or Doggo on Estrellas when you don't own Bobsall Tails. And they fixed a crash. So, there is still a lot more patches to come. I'm going to warn you guys, like, there's still a lot more to come for this map. And I do think, when things have calmed down, it's a little bit more relaxed at this moment in time. When things have calmed down, we will all be enjoying this. But, as a lot of people are used to these days, if you're an OG ARK player, you'll notice some people don't play on launch day anymore. And that is because of this. Some people are waiting for the weekend once wildcard have rolled out all the fixes. And sometimes people just do that due to not wanting to lose their character. And at the end of the day, it's tough, right? Because people, you know, I always want to play on launch day. Being an admin of the LoadedCrysis cluster, I lose my character. Like, it's the most frustrating thing, and it's something we're always keeping an eye for. But it's just so sad that it's constantly happening still these days. But this was the major version. They've not updated the patch notes on the ARK website. So if you have been looking for the patch notes, here they are. So they obviously added the new landmass Paranthos. They added the Manticore, the Hydra, the Grand Tortuga, the mini boss, the Minotaur, the weather system and complete lighting overhaul. They added the Phoenix, Oasis or Armadorgo, Desmodus, Megaraptor, Rock Drakes, Scorpion King and Queen, Astral Scorpion King and Queen, Deathworm, new skeleton enemies, 5 new artifact caves, the Rhinio drone nest cave. That thing is terrifying, by the way, that cave. And they added the Osidon and Megaraptor saddle to the mini boss loot pool. As some changes, they switched ocean spawns to custom ocean dino spawn entries, changed ice materials in the snow biome, reworked the Medusa arena lighting, adjusted lighting in almost every cave, adjusted combat music for the whole map, OSD changes on Astraeos, added lighting Giga as possible enemy for legendary OSDs. Oh yeah, I saw that, and I saw so many people saying, they've added all of the, and then they also added the Giga, Cardchar, Rock Drake, Megalodon Tuso, Helicopter, Megaraptor, and Deinosuchus saddled to the OSDs. They also added the Tesla coil, tech turret, tech replicator, transmitter, teleporter, vacuum compartment, gate frame, and small and large, and tech gate small and large as a possible drop. They lowered the cryo drop amount, removed stone tier structures, rebalanced the OSD difficulty distribution on Therakis to make more high tier OSD spawn, and they removed the Dinorithium spawns in the grassland. As for some fixes, they fixed the spring drakelins not spawning, fixed wrong materials in the bee cave, fixed wrong landscape color on the northern islands, fixed holes in supply crate meshes. Finally, as you can see, Fixed parachute skeletal mesh following the character bone scaliers. Fixed spotlight painting brush strokes. Fixed the gene scanner first modded creature not having any text. The scout camera is no longer inside scout body. On Scorched Earth, 3 older cave, no fly zone should no longer allow players to mount for a moment. Aberration, they fix some mesh holes. On Extinction, gachas now play the correct turn/aim when charging. On Ragnarok, they fixed a few mesh holes and fixed a flickering waterfall. Lost Colony, fixed rules not showing weapons in boss fight sometimes. Fixed boss fight getting stuck when everyone dies. Fixed performance issues with cryo hospitals if you have many of them. And fixed a couple of exploits. Well, so yeah, that's pretty much everything. You know, overall, as I said, you know, this map, this new expansion is kind of, it's sort of shown me the potential of what Wildcard can do with Nikatus in the future. And I know Wildcard have offered Nikatus a chance to work at Wildcard. And he's currently working for Nitrado, but doing kind of side projects with Wildcard. And that's kind of the way he likes to do things. You know, it's probably, you know, working for Wildcard might stop him from doing a certain thing, or, you know, so, you know, I think they should definitely work with him a lot more. And yes, I know, you know, there's the crashes and the issues like that, and that has been nasty. But overall, I think they should work with, so they're working with him for the New Atlantis map, right? And I think they should work with more people within the community. I mentioned before, like, I do Hightail videos as well, and they work and they're hiring within the community. And ARK has always done that, right? They've hired a lot of people, the mod creators and things like that. But when it comes to like actual game-changing stuff, like going back and giving the island a revamp, like you know, Nikatus did on that mod, or you know, just anything that Wildcard want to do, but they don't have the time to, I think they should work within the community. Really great people that understand the game more than anyone, and you know, and then maybe putting some more sort of investment on the server side things with the game. You know, I don't know really what, you know, I'm not a professional when it comes to servers or anything, you know, in the sense of actually crafting them, what it takes to code them or anything like that. But I just feel like, you know, again, maybe I'm just talking rubbish because, you know, it's not coming from a pro. But the way I see things is like there must be a reason that these crash issues, these things are still happening and have happened for so many years. And I just feel like it would, you know, if things happen and things, you know, any game has a chance to have an issue and things can break or whatever. But I just always find with ARK, it is every single launch, and some are smoother than others, some are terrifying, and this one unfortunately was a bit of a rough one. Great map, and I'm loving Pyranthos, and I'm going to be diving straight into it again after this video. But I hope, in the comment section, I hope you guys didn't lose too much. Let me know if you were affected by this, and if you were, did you get back, did the rollback get you back to where you needed to be? And what other issues have you experienced? And I know it tends to be console players, unfortunately, that have to go through a lot more because, you know, PC just seems to always be smoother due to, you know, the technical requirements and that kind of thing of this game. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.